Good afternoon, Outliers. How y'all doing today? There is a possibility of putting on some short trades today. Just so we are 100% clear. I have been looking at it, and I'm also a couple minutes behind schedule, so I apologize for that. I want to go ahead and jump right into our market analysis. Kind of interesting out there. Hey, Watch Channel, good to see you. Thank you all for watching live. Gotta click a couple buttons still, don't I? That's better. Welcome to the Outlier Trading Room. This is how to trade in only 10 minutes a day and exactly how to take the guesswork out of trading. Now, full disclosure, I am an outlier. I am a partner with Outlier, and this is my style of trading using Outlier, but there are new opportunities every single day. So with my style of trading, hey, Donna, good afternoon. I like to see the 10 under the 20, price under the 50 if I'm going to go short. And I'm definitely not going long right now. Let's take a look at the market. Look out down below. We're under the 50, second day in a row. We have a very clear confirmation the 10 is under the 20. Yeah, so I would not be looking to put on any long trades whatsoever. There was someone in the Discord talking about if they should or should not take off their Tesla trade. And my response to them was just basically, I'm not looking for any long trades. And I wouldn't be holding any long trades in this market either, because the market is extremely weak. The market rules all, right? So get out of the way, take the loss. Unfortunately, losses do happen, but take it, move on. Take it while it's small, right? Cut your losers short, let your winners run out of control. Hey, Rabbit, what's going on? All right, so let's go to the next step here, which is to grab the outlier signals for today. Now, Rabbit mentioned if you're going to go short, look for the red overlays. And now we did have these upgrades that came through not all that long ago, which we can now see the overlays, which is so nice. What's an overlay? Pop that open, show you what I mean. An overlay is the background in the chart that talks about if it's a uptrend overlay or a downtrend overlay. Now, you can do whatever you want, right? I want to always phrase it in this way. You can do anything you want. And in fact, one of my all-time favorite trading books is called... Okay, I'm going to give you a behind the scenes. I have 2 Funko Pops on my desk. One of them is this Scrooge McDuck, because Scrooge McDuck is my spirit animal, and he just tumbled off my desk and onto my keyboard. I don't know why, but that just happened. Okay, anyways, back to the story here. Hey, Brian, good to see you. All right, so I like to trade with the trends, and where I was going with that is one of my all-time favorite trading books is called Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. And he's one of the original market wizards, and I didn't get a chance to work with him. Unfortunately, he passed away, but his legacy lives on because of the fact that his book is just so timeless, right? I don't know when it was written, but it is as timeless and applicable today in 2024 as it was ever in history. And one of his main key takeaways there is you can do anything with the market. You can literally do any single thing in the market that you want. You want to buy the calls on the SPY? Go for it. You want to sell the calls on the SPY? Go for it. You want to buy calls and puts at the same time and make all kinds of exotic option combinations? You can do any of that. Nobody's sitting over your shoulder telling you, yes, do this. No, don't do that, right? It's not like you have a boss. And because of that, a lot of people screw up. A lot of people screw up because it's like, hey, I do have this unlimited freedom, is what he calls it. And that unlimited freedom is unlimited opportunities to mess up. Every once in a while, you'll catch something and you made a mistake that ended up to be profitable. There's this grid. There's good trades, bad trades, profitable trades, and unprofitable trades, right? And you can have a bad trade that's profitable, but that doesn't mean it was good. And you can have a good trade that's unprofitable, but that doesn't mean it was a bad trade, right? It's all about following your trading plan. If you follow your trading plan, you can do anything, right? You can actually have statistical edges in the market like nobody else, but you have to follow a plan. And so that was where I was going with that is you can do anything in the market. But the way that I trade is if it is in a green overlay, it's trending upward. I'm looking to go long. If it's in a red overlay, it's trending downward. I'm looking to go short. And then you layer in the buy and sell signals. You layer in the behavioral heat map chart. You can find some really cool stuff. You can find some incredible trades. Brian knows, but he also knows that's a bad omen. If Scrooge McDuck is falling over, maybe that's the omen that the market is on its way to start falling over. I don't know. All right, let's take a look at the next step, which is grabbing the outlier data, filtering for the green or red overlays. So we're going to go short, so I'm only going to filter red overlays. There were 35 on the list today. There's 944 on the list in total versus 601 on the bull list. So this list is definitely expanding. Now, if we filter over just April 16th, I should say copy over. It's only a handful. There's 4. Only 4 for April 16th. I only trade stocks with over 1 million shares. And thankfully, we do have that now in here in the 30-day average volume. I'll tell you what, it's really great because you guys have like direct access to me, and I have direct access to Mahesh. And through the Discord, you also have direct access to Mahesh. And you can come up with ways to make the product better. The overlays and the 30-day average, as well as the downtrend overlay numbers, and then even these buy and sell signal icons, all of that was created because we got feedback from our customers on how to make it better. So I'm so stoked to be a part of this. All right, so we're going to take this quick list. I'm going to drop it in Excel. I'm a nerd and I have it all macroed and filtered out. And there's only 2 that are over 1 million shares that are on the bull. There's only 2 over 1 million shares average volume with a red overlay with the sell signal today, right? So the reason that I shape everything like a funnel is we start with the market, right? We start with all kinds of different stuff and you just move it down, move it down, move it down, right? That's the objective here. Are you instructing us to cut out the middleman? My dude, you can call me the middleman all day, every day, if that makes you feel better. All right, let's go to the next step here. So we've got our 2, which is FCEL and Tesla. I've already put them on my short list inside of TrendSpider here. If you need TrendSpider, here's a discount code. You don't have to have it. It's just handy. So of that, I can run a quick scanner on these. And on my scanner, I'm just looking for, there's no order blocks in the way, no earnings in the next 3 days, and the price is in the direction of the trend. So only 1 pulls through for Tesla. Now, that person who is chatting on the Discord, if they should or should not hold their Tesla position, I'll put it to you this way. I am lined up at this point to go short on Tesla. That's how convinced I am that the short trade is the answer. So I definitely wouldn't be holding it long. So the next step is to run a backtest. So TrendSpider backtest and Outlier Signals backtest. Now, looking at this, I do need to kind of figure out, because going long, things are easier, without a doubt. Going short, however, all these outlier signals are built on going long. So my theory was, if it has positive expectancy when it's going long, I would assume the opposite would be true, that it'd have positive expectancy going short. But there's no way to flip this script here. So when I do this and I see outlier signals backtest, I still am going to look for positive expectancy. Now, the other thing is, we do need to do it on the charts. Now, it's a super, super simple backtest. It's basically, is the price closing under the 10 and then over the 10, right? And then hit run. And unfortunately, this gives us a negative expectancy. I'm looking at this number right here. This is the only number I'm looking at, 5.7% negative. So that tells me that using my strategy of open and closes combined with the outlier open and close strategies here actually yields a negative expectancy. So I'm not going to trade it. That's the only one that pulls through of the 2 today. So because of that, no trades that I would put on today. Boss Channel says, what does it mean exactly to go long or short? Is it only the time frame or the direction? Ooh, good question. I apologize. I've been doing this for so long. There's what is the word I'm thinking of? There's terms around this that are specific to the industry, like basis points. That was one that took me a while. Bullish, bearish. What else am I trying to think of? Long and short. Things of that nature. There's a word for that. I forget what the word is called. Is it nomenclature? I don't know. Just it's the terms that we use in this industry. So I sometimes forget all of the terms and to explain what they are. So thank you for asking. Long and short. So long means that you're buying the stock with the anticipation of it going up in value, right? Holding it as it goes up in value. Going short a stock means you are short selling it, but in this case, buying puts with the anticipation of the stock going down in value. Now, there's all kinds of like borrowing shares and buying it back and all that stuff. It can be extremely complicated. The way that I think about it is if I'm long, I want it to go up. If I'm short, I want it to go down. In general, that's all it is. And the process that I do it is by buying calls or buying puts, right? I don't complicate things really. I used to get really complicated, really exotic with options trades. And at the end of the day, Larry Height was just kind of like, so when I worked with Larry Height, he was like, you don't need to do all that, right? Just buy deep in the money calls, buy deep in the money puts, and you get so much more leverage on your money, but you don't want to pay a lot of extrinsic value. It's like, well, that's easy. You should consider DJT. Right, I don't know if I can consider DJT. Does TrendSpider backtest show positive when you put it in as a short backtest? Yes, it would. It would for sure. Good question, because if I go strategy tester here, outlier theory short, and if this were a positive number here, it would still show as a positive value on the expectation, but in this case, not. Brian says, so you did that now. Oh, good. Yeah, because there's a setting right here, short only. So it's pretty smart. Sung Park, hey, thanks for joining the live stream. First time I've seen your name. What about order blocks? How am I to calculate that? Why is it important when making a decision to enter the trade? Great question. So order blocks, these are order blocks right here on the screen for Tesla. Let's take a look at those. So an order block is an institutional order that was created by big orders that have yet to be filled. So for example, this here in Tesla, this goes all the way back to April 24th of last year. We're literally sitting on a year ago from that point. And an order block sits there and are open orders waiting to be filled. So for example, this one here, October 10th, you see the price moves down, price comes back up, comes right into the order block and is rejected. You can think of it like support and resistance. A lot of people call it that. And you can see that order block was partially filled and the price went down and down and down and down. Now, we came to this order block, which was from a year ago right now. It came in, bounced, bounced, bounced. And then now, today, if it closes under this order block, these two should go away. And you come back tomorrow and they'll be gone. So order blocks are a big part of the way that I trade. I make sure that there are no order blocks in the way. So for example, let's go to this other one. Let's see. This one I wouldn't trade because it's right inside of an order block. I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know if it's going to bounce back up like the last time it came in this order block, or if it's going to continue on down like we were just looking at. But when I'm looking at a stock and it has an order block in the direction that it's moving, so SPY is a decent example, right? If the trend is moving down and if I'm going short and I see that there's an order block coming up, it's about 1.6% away. That gives me a little bit of heads up to say, hey, if you're going to trade this, you need to be extra defensive. You need to be extra defensive because if it gets into this area right here, it might absolutely find the support and bounce right back up. However, it's very possible that it could just move on through. So like I say, I like to look at them as a tool for support and resistance to say, hey, I don't want to trade anything that's coming right at it, right? If this is in my way, or even if it's inside of it, like this one here, I'm really not interested in trading it. However, like Tesla is about to do, when it closes on the opposite side, oh yeah, I'm very interested because that order block has now resolved itself. Great question. Brian says it's not about the stock, but the opportunity. All right, let's go look at DJT. I heard it's getting wrecked. Clearly it is. Okay, so here's some order blocks sitting right here on DJT. 1750 or so. So it's got about, wow, it still has 23% to move to get to that point. I didn't realize it was that far away. So yeah, that would be interesting. All right, from a holistic perspective, it's not in Outlier because it doesn't meet like it's a good stock criteria. But honestly, Brian, I don't see any reason not to short it. But it doesn't fit my trading plan, so therefore I'm not going to do it. Yeah, this is brutal. I'm trying to think of what to say on this because I know a lot of people wanted to support former President Donald Trump, and they're getting hosed because of that. Brian says, "I'm having fun with it for the last 2 weeks." So, dude, I hope you're having fun in a profitable way because there's some people who are like pulling their hairs out right now. That's for sure. Watch Channel says, is an order block only active in the exact range or is it also filled when the price goes under? So here is an example. You know what? This one didn't get filled. I don't know why, but this big order block right here, it closed under and it didn't get filled. So I think that it would be filled when it closes up here. Yeah, I don't know why this one didn't get filled. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea why. But as far as the range goes, let's go back to Tesla. So it's created on a single candle, like open to close, I believe, or high to low. It's created on a single candle's high to low. And so on that date, there were some massive orders that were not filled in Tesla to buy the stock. Because if it's under, it's buy orders. If it's over, it's sell orders. So there's big orders out here that have been resting since August of 2022. You can see right here. First test was rejected. Second test rejected. Let's see if it's been tested since then. Third test got pretty close, rejected. And isn't set up there yet. This order block right here, October 10th, rejected right there. Came back down. Hey, Sebastian. What's up, dude? Around saying hi to Sebastian. So that's going to do it for today. I looked for some trades. Only 2 are set up from the overlays, average volume, and on the bear list. Of those 2, Tesla only passes on the chart because it doesn't have any order blocks in the way. But Tesla had a negative expectancy on the backtest. And I don't trade anything if I don't have the odds in my favor, right? It's like the Hunger Games around here. May the odds be ever in your favor. And if they're not, get the hell out of the way. That's the way I look at it. All right. Thank you all for coming to today's Outlier Trading Room. Do not go along this market. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I'm not going along this market. And I would definitely make the opinion that going along this market is it's a fool's errand until we see a lot of strength come back. And I don't know when that's going to be, but I do expect a lot more weakness to come. I think we're just getting started. All right, that's going to cover it. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you in the Discord or tomorrow. Talk soon.